Oh, I love this overtime topic today.
By the way, before we get into the topic, let me quickly say I saw a really good movie yesterday that I watched. I was feeling tired. And
was it Underdogs? The Snoop Dogg movie?
No, I'm not watching that crap. It got terrible reviews.
It did get bad reviews. I didn't see it.
Yeah. No, it's a movie that came out, I think, last year. It's called Dumb Money.
I haven't seen it.
It was about, do you remember 3 years ago, the GameStop stock situation?
Yeah, how they shorted the stock and...
Well, they were trying to, and then a bunch of independent regular Joes...
Day traders. There was a group of
had the stock rate going higher than it was crazy.
They did it with AMC as well.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, it was a fascinating movie. And then I read about it, of course, after. I had known some, but I didn't know all the details. And the movie was actually very accurate, but it was fascinating. And of course, not all, but a lot of the big Wall Street people got away with illegal behavior and got a total pass, of course.
And we are not surprised.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm about to look
Dumb Money was really good.
Where did you watch it at?
On Netflix.
Okay.
There was a movie about 10 years ago that basically chronicled
that was great.
Real estate market drop.
Yes,
and it was
I
short.
forgot what it was called. The Big Short.
Big Short.
Great movie.
Tremendous movie.
Yeah.
Now, I loved what they did in that movie because it was next level. Like, if you weren't a trader and you weren't into stocks, you were like, what? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But they had bubbles, if you remember, in that movie that popped up to explain what they were talking about. And at first I thought, this is going to be annoying. But later, when they got so deep that I didn't even know, and I do investing and I keep up on it, I didn't know, but those pop-up bubbles it was my sort of roadmap. That was a great movie.
That was a fantastic movie. The guy who handles my my former 401k, whatever the hell it's called, I can't remember now.
Just your investment guy.
Yeah, my investment guy. He's also a good friend of mine. Anyway, he was one of the people that made a lot of money on the
AMC and the.
Well, he didn't tell me about the AMC, but he made a lot of money on GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop was the big one, but AMC they were kind of going on simultaneously. All right, our topic today, I love it. It's a year late, and you got the wrong guys, but I love the topic.
Well,
so,
part of it, I just wanted to throw P.J. Walker in there with Tyvis here.
Well,
what the heck is this topic?
Actually, P.J. Walker did make the Pro Bowl last year.
Essentially.
He did.
Essentially.
I remember.
No, he did.
Oh, shoot.
He's spilling stuff. My God.
Every time
His name was Tyler Huntley.
Every time I
he did it under Tyler Huntley.
Yeah, I mean, it's a joke once you listen, it's not fair to Baker got put into the Pro Bowl. Baker doesn't belong in a conversation with Tyler Huntley. That's unfair to Baker. Now, I look at the NFC quarterbacks. I have Baker as the 7th quarterback in the NFC.
What, 7th?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, my goodness.
But I don't know. I guess the other guys all either dropped out or whatever. Okay,
7?
I'll tell you who my...
Holy cow, that's
So
egregious.
here's the 6 I have ahead of him. Dak.
Okay.
Stafford.
Yep. Oh, I don't have Stafford ahead of him.
All right.
I mean, Baker threw for more yards and more touchdowns.
I don't know if that's true.
I do. I've got it right here.
Is it? What did he have?
He finished with 4,000, just over 4,000 yards.
Yeah. What did Stafford have?
I don't know about Stafford, but I gave some comparisons of named guys. Okay, so Baker,
let me just give you my list of 7 that I would put ahead of Baker.
Okay.
Okay. So it was those were the 3: Stafford, Purdy, Prescott. Jalen Hurts 4.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Hurts.
Jared Goff 5. And Jordan Love 6. And then I put Baker 7. Kirk Cousins probably had a better season, but he didn't play long enough. So I would put him 7. You could make a case ahead of Love, I guess. But
Love got really hot.
I just think all those teams were better.
But when they played head-to-head, Baker boat raced him. And the Packers.
That shouldn't be
No, but Jordan Love did not play well in that game.
I hear you, but that shouldn't be a determining factor for me.
I know. I understand that because they're not on the field at the same time.
I just think all those guys were on better teams.
Well, the Packers weren't better. I mean, the Bucs destroyed the Packers.
They had the same record and Tampa did.
Okay,
so the Browns are the Browns better than the 49ers then?
Well, on that day they were.
Okay, so on that day the Bucs were better.
By the way, if you give me Joe Flacco a quarterback, I think we are better than the 49ers. I do.
No, they're not.
I just don't know what the hell happened to us in the playoffs. I still don't.
Stop it.
We beat them,
but
with Phillip.
who should be a Pro Bowl?
So the Colts are better than the Ravens. No. So the Colts are better. So that means the Browns have been better than the Bengals the last 2 years.
Well, they were this year.
No, I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about 21 and 22. Based on your theory, the Browns have been better than the Bengals.
They split in 22. We didn't beat them both games.
No, that's true. 21,
Yeah.
21, the Browns swept, though.
I can't remember if we swept them in 21, to be honest.
I just think
we did. I feel
you
like
can't determine which team is better based on only one game.
No, of course not. It's part of the equation.
All right, but those are my guys that I put ahead of Baker. I have Baker 7.
Is Josh Allen a Pro Bowler?
Yes.
No question. Is Patrick Mahomes a Pro Bowler?
Yes.
No question. Is Lamar Jackson a Pro Bowler?
Yes.
No question. Matthew Stafford?
Yes.
C.J. Stroud?
Yes.
Okay. So the numbers show, that's what we're doing here. We're picking based on the season they had statistically.
Correct.
Baker threw for 4,000 yards. He had one more playoff win. And did Josh Allen win a playoff game this year?
Yes.
Okay, so he had the same amount of playoff wins as Josh Allen.
But this is a regular season award.
He had one. I know. He had one fewer touchdown, but 8 fewer picks than Josh Allen.
Okay.
He didn't
have one fewer touchdown. He had one fewer passing touchdown.
That's what I'm talking about. The quarterback, the position is quarterback. Yes, you got to factor in the running too.
Well, then based on that, Lamar Jackson should not be the MVP.
But now I'm going to use your argument that you made earlier against Tyvis. Or Tyvis made this argument. You're not going to pick a player for the Pro Bowl or the NBA All-Star game because they play defense.
Oh, that's correct.
You're also not going to pick a quarterback for the Pro Bowl strictly because of their running, because they're not going to do that in the Pro Bowl.
It's not strictly because of their running. That's part of the
But he won't run at all in that game.
It's irrelevant.
No, it's not. That's a weapon, just like we said.
No, they're not playing a game, Jay. What are you talking about?
But for this discussion, we're talking about the team, right?
Yeah.
So you would build a team to play a game.
Is this your case for Baker?
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
Baker did not have a better year than Allen, but go ahead.
Well, statistically, in the things that we use to measure quarterbacks, in some metrics, he did.
What things?
I just told you, he threw for 1 fewer touchdown.
Okay, so that's not better.
But threw for 8 fewer picks. That's got to be worth something.
Okay, but Josh Allen had over 50 total touchdowns, which is way more than Baker had.
Baker had 28. I don't know how many rushing if he had any. He did have some. I think he had some.
You can't ignore the rushing. That doesn't make any sense.
He had more touchdowns and fewer picks than Patrick Mahomes. He had more touchdowns than Lamar Jackson, Matthew Stafford, C.J. Stroud. So the question as it was written was, does this completely blow up your idea of the Pro Bowl and the resume? And the real bad part of the question was Mike actually said, I think we're just now almost ready to put Phillip in.
Yeah.
Bad job. One injury away.
Bad job.
We put Phillip in last year.
Bad job.
Here's what Tyler Huntley
made it in the AFC.
Tyler Huntley was a Pro Bowl replacement. He
Jay, we know he didn't belong in. I mean, it's,
So what I'm saying is this question is a year late and we're using the wrong players. He threw for, how did this happen? Someone help me out. How did Jacoby Brissett not make it?
That made no sense.
That was the
he didn't belong in there either.
That was the question.
No, but he played in more than 4 games.
It's laughable to even make an argument those two. They're clowns. They're clown quarterbacks.
Which is my point.
Which is unfair.
My point is this question is being asked a year too late. Tyler Huntley, in the 4 games he started, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah,
you get a Pro Bowl.
That was ridiculous. Baker had a good year. He should not be a Pro Bowler, but it's not even in
the argument. And by the way, nor is Minshew.
Yeah, now let's be honest.
Because you also had Gardner Minshew in there.
Jay's stats that he was throwing. He said Baker had better stats. He mentioned 2 stats.
No, I mentioned a lot of stats.
Your touchdowns are disingenuous because you're disregarding the rushing touchdowns. That's part of the quarterback. It's disingenuous.
It is 1,000% part of the quarterback position. However, all of that being said, because you're right.
Yeah.
You need a quarterback that can run and can throw.
Right, and Baker
can't do that. But also, the metrics for the quarterbacks, you can lie if you want, but if you can look at 3 stat lines for a quarterback to measure his year, what are they?
Yards, touchdowns, interceptions.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, not really.
No, Bull, come on.
Yards, touchdowns,
You're going to look at other things first.
Well,
because there was a year where Lamar Jackson had ridiculous running stats.
I probably should because there are advanced stats that are better. I
agree with that.
That are better than those numbers.
But I said if you're going to look at stats.
When I look at quarterbacks, I would not look at touchdowns and interceptions. I look at total touchdowns, rushing and passing, and total turnovers. Yes, you ask me what I do. Fine. I don't look at just touchdowns and interceptions.
That's
ignoring a huge part of Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson's game.
But Bull, you and I both know what you said is true. when we measure quarterbacks, now there are deeper stats that you can dig into. You can start looking at fumbles if you'd like.
Touchdowns,
because they count as turnovers.
Total touchdowns does include
total touchdowns is way more.
But like I asked you and you answered.
Touchdowns is what I said.
Jay,
You said
listen.
throwing touchdowns,
No, I did not.
interceptions.
I said touchdowns.
Okay.
I said yards, touchdowns,
No,
interceptions.
I wonder why they don't list it that
Only
way.
noners will listen.
What do you mean? They do list them as total touchdowns.
No, when you look at quarterback numbers and it says touchdowns, they list their
So
passing
because
touchdowns.
ESPN
It's
lists it that way,
No,
that means
I'm
it
talking about
matters?
ESPN, NFL Network.
Whatever.
you want.
Yeah,
We know that's part of their game.
Right. So what I'm saying is this question,
I didn't even,
on the surface.
I haven't gotten a chance to answer the question.
Okay, what do you think?
So, what is the question? Because y'all been
Thomas has never come to a show less prepared than today.
He's asked that 3 times today.
No, because y'all been going so back and forth that I don't even know what the question is.
The question was, and where we got to is exactly where I wanted this to get to. For the
I know
record.
you
We-
did. That's
we,
why
we got
that's why I
exactly
brought
where
it.
we wanted to get to on this.
I'm
but
just sorry that we had to do it in overtime. It would have been a great show, Tom.
I think we may make this public tomorrow for the people. I think we're going to make this public.
For the
Members
people.
get it. Members
For
get it
the
first, then we'll make it public.
I
'cause-
didn't
But the
even hear the
question
question.
was, and we did talk about it last year as well, because it was even more ridiculous.
Last year was the
season
worst example
with
of it I've
Tyler
ever
Huntley,
seen.
But Baker
Those-
got the Pro Bowl nod. On the AFC, Gardner Minshew got the AFC nod, which is where we're 1 inch away from Phillip Walker being the next guy up to be.
Yeah, but Gardner Minshew had a much better
let him
season.
I'm just saying we're at a, if Gardner Minshew
Who cares about the Pro Bowl?
I still
The
don't know what
question
the
is-
question
stats
is.
Ask the question
The
for
question
Titus.
is, Ty, at the end of the day, is it time to erase Pro Bowl nods off a player's resume because it seems like they're giving out like participation trophies at this
So
point?
what I would say about a Pro Bowl is that if you make the initial Pro Bowl roster, then that holds some value.
Yes.
But when it becomes alternates and all of that, that's when it gets skewed.
The problem is there's no
And-
distinction.
I know, and that's
should
the
be.
problem.
That
they
is the
need
problem.
to put it in there that they was an alternate as a Pro Bowler.
Right.
That's how they got in. Because now, as a player, I can go to my people and say, well, it's time for a contract negotiation. I was a Pro Bowler. You was a 5th alternate.
Yeah, right.
But I still was a Pro Bowler, so it counts. See, if you make the distinction of initial roster and alternate, then it'll eliminate a lot of this.
I think- and
I
to-
think that's the problem.
So that's the right answer, and I think what we should do in the future moving forward is you're not a Pro Bowler if you're not on the original roster.
I agree.
That's an easy
You don't need to
distinction.
put it in there.
I agree. I don't really take Pro Bowl that much when I'm like,
I don't.
No, but
I don't
nobody
really-
comes into
but,
account.
but it does. Some people do.
Contracts, it comes into account.
Sure,
And
it's
also
crazy.
Bonuses. A lot of players get
I
that
know,
bonus.
it's just
written
crazy.
It's starting to get off for the Hall of Fame. Like
that was the other thing.
now, everybody. That's why I told you I don't care about pro.
I
All
want
pro. That's what matters.
That's the real. That is the real stat.
Yeah,
and
you
award.
get all pro. You the best 22 at your position. That's
what you
standard.
want.
Yeah.
And clearly the Pro Bowl has been a joke. I said we're late on the question. The Pro Bowl, I don't know when for me it became a joke. I can't remember in my adult lifetime. Now, I may have when I was 16 and I just wanted to see football. I can't remember in my adult lifetime if there was ever a moment where I said, yes, let's get this Pro Bowl game turned on. It's going to be awesome. I'm never excited about it.
I would watch it as a kid because I'd get to see Bengals players occasionally, and I couldn't watch. There was no Sunday ticket when I was a kid. But now, I haven't watched the Pro Bowl in years.
Do you guys
pay for
like the
Sunday
changes they've made
Yeah.
to the whole what is now Pro Bowl weekend?
I do.
I think it's fun.
I don't know that I'm going to watch it either,
I
but
didn't watch it. I watched the highlights.
it could be fun.
The
I mean, some
highlight-
of this stuff.
It's
It
Dodgeball
could be, but-
There's
and-
nothing they can do to make it fun.
You know what I love? I love when I see players in any sport. When a shortstop comes in to pitch, I'm at the edge of my seat.
I
when
like
the-
that stuff. I'm with you.
When the kicker gets hurt and we got to watch Myles Garrett try a field goal, I am locked in. I just want to see how these world's greatest athletes cross-pollinate with other really difficult things to do.
Didn't Myles Garrett get hurt in the Pro Bowl?
He
last
did. He
year?
hurt
He
his
did.
toe.
Yes.
Real quick, off the Pro Bowl, we do have a little bit of breaking news.
Ooh.
Mike McDonald, the Ravens defensive coordinator, is the new
Seahawks.
head coach in Seattle.
Yeah, it looked like he was the last man standing in that race. So
Washington's the only team left, right?
Correct. Washington
and
is the
Bill
only team
Belichick
left.
is not going there. So the league has effectively told Bill, your time has come.
Although there was a report today that the Eagles are interested. So basically, they're saying to Sirianni, if you don't turn it around quickly next year, you're out and we're bringing Bill in.
Do you think Bill would come in midseason anywhere?
Probably not.
I don't think he would.
No.
But I do know that, I don't know this firsthand, someone that's close to Bill told me that 15 games, that's real to become the NFL's all-time. Now look, Andy Reid's not far behind Bill. So Andy Reid, why would Andy Reid retire? He's got a young quarterback who's made it to 6 straight AFC Championship games. I don't think Andy Reid's going anywhere.
How far is he behind?
I think 40 or 50.
Oh, Andy Reid?
Yeah, behind Belichick.
I think I'll look, but I think he's 45.
I looked at this the other day. It's in the 40s or 50s. He might be in the 50s
So in 3
behind
years,
Don
he gonna have
Shula, and he's in the 40s behind Bill Belichick.
About 3 seasons he gonna have.
With Patrick Mahomes, it's probably 4 seasons would do it.
Well, it'll be interesting because when Kelsey retires, I'm interested to see how they got to get a number
Well, before
one. They got to
Kelce
get a wide
retires,
receiver one.
Kelsey's last season will be in Cleveland.
You think so?
I do think that with everything I have.
Do you know what I think?
What?
That if the Chiefs win this Super Bowl, he will propose to Taylor Swift.
At the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wouldn't that be something?
The internet would officially break.
That's the
Part of
point.
my take, and I'll give them credit for this, they were laughing and saying that Andy Reid should keep the ring in his belly button the whole game.
Oh,
And then pop it out and
Wait
then
a
give it to
second.
Travis
That's
to propose.
disgusting.
According to Wikipedia, Belichick's 26 behind Shula.
No, I'm pretty
Has
sure
it
that's
not been
wrong.
updated, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I never use Wikipedia as a source because,
You can
as
edit
Bull
it.
pointed out in a group tweet to us this year,
Yeah.
Wikipedia actually changed the owner of the Dallas Cowboys to Aaron Jones.
Actually, to be honest,
And that's just funny when that happens.
Pro
but
Football Reference
Pro Football Reference has Belichick 26 back.
behind too.
No, that's wrong.
That doesn't sound right to me.
No, it's not. It's keep checking.
He could forget
Does that
about it.
not include playoff wins and Don Shula's does?
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's including playoff
I think
wins.
it is including.
It's all-time wins. It does include
It is
playoff
all-
wins. That's why it
That's
is like
the
that.
distinction.
Yes.
It's all-time wins.
Okay, yeah. All right.
So, and now where is Andy Reid in that?
If you include
I think it was one down.
playoffs, then Belichick is 14 behind Shula. if you
Yeah,
include
15
playoffs.
That's the
passes
number.
him.
So Andy Reid has 258 wins in the regular season. What did I say, 258?
Yeah.
258.
And
he has
25 in the
25
playoffs.
wins.
So that's 283. So that means Belichick's got 283 to 302,
That's 19.
334, 283, 384.
51.
51.
Yeah. Now, something that's
Belichick's
interesting-
14 back.
Something
Officially.
that's fascinating
14
to
back.
me is when you were talking about Andy Reid's playoff wins. You said Reid's got 25. Think about that for a second. In the time that Andy Reid has won 25 playoff games, the Cleveland Browns have won one.
Well, Belichick has 31.
That's just it takes.
Mahomes has 14 now in 6 seasons.
Yeah.
So
Act-
we're going to end on that depressing
I gotta go
note.
vomit.
Yeah, peace.
By the way,
see y'all tomorrow.
Okay.
Good.
Oh, no, Bo, you got one last thing?
No, I was going to say the top 5 active coaches with Belichick gone. Andy Reid with 25, John Harbaugh at 12, Pete Carroll, oh, he's gone. Mike McCarthy 11, and Sean Payton 9. That's it.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Later.
Peace.